It's all about using your hands and your imagination, learning how to use scissors. If you've got kids' scissors at home, teaching them how to hold and how to use scissors. Things like learning how to use glue. A lot of children don't know how glue works and what it does, and this is a really simple activity to teach them how to use glue. And they're the kinds of things I look for. Hand-eye coordination. So being able to pick up a piece of paper, and they may not be able to do the whole exercise with swirling and gluing, but you can show them. You can turn the strip into a circle. So what starts off as a straight strip piece of paper, hand-eye coordination, getting the two ends, joining them together, and then they stick together when the glue's on there. So that's another thing I look for the toddlers, and also for focus, so they can focus and concentrate. So there's a lot of little factors that I look for when I look for craft. So I don't just pull it out of a hat and go, hey, that's the one. There's a lot of thought process behind it, and I really hope you guys enjoy making and watching how we're going to make swirly snails today. All right, so if you want to do it with us, we just needed some paper. It didn't have to be coloured paper. It could be white paper, because we have these wonderful things called coloured markers and textures and crayons, and you can draw patterns on the paper. You can colour it in. There's no end. The possibilities of your creativeness the children's creativeness are endless here. And, when there's a little bit of the kids' artwork, handwork on the piece itself, it's more special. So let's just say we've got coloured paper. What we need to do is we need to cut 5 strips, and they have to be different lengths. So we go from a large strip, slightly smaller, and then again a little smaller, shorter I should be saying, and then shortest. I think 5's a good number. You can do it with more, but I think 5's a good number. It's not too complicated. And I just used A4. I've got one of these, which has come in really handy. A4, I think that's just from Woolies or Coles. And it's got pages and pages and pages of coloured paper within the page. And some of you may have this, which is awesome, or you can buy loose leaf A4 coloured paper if you've got it, if you wanted to. And the first strip, I just made the full length of the A4, and then I went shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter from there. I didn't measure it. It's not about perfection. It's about fun. So what did Mary Poppins say? In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun. That's how I see it anyway. So we need 5 strips of the coloured paper, and then we just need to make one last strip for the body of the snail. This will be the shell. So I'm just going to cut one more strip, and I'm going to use purple for the last part. And I think that the length of this one could probably be the short length of an A4 piece of paper, so not too long. And so I'm just going to cut that out. And this one's a little tricky. Grown-ups might want to help with this one. This one's going to be the body of the snail. So this is the part that goes on the ground. So we're going to cut the top. We're going to cut a little U shape out of the very, very top to give him some antennae. So I'm just going to do that now. Remember, perfection is not the key here. It's about fun. So mums, adults, carers, don't put too much pressure on yourselves. There we go. So can you see what I've done there? I'll put it in front of the black so you can see it. And 2 little strips cut out. And I did it kind of circular, so it's got a little bit of a circular. Can you see how that's kind of going to be the head? And then this is going to be the body. So what we're going to do is we're going to just curl this part, the part with the head, just slightly. Bend it round without folding it. So we're just going to curl it so that it sits up, like so. So now his head's sitting up. So we don't need to worry about him just yet. We're going to pop him on the table like that. You can see here, I'll bring it further back. You can see here my little snail body. And he's just going to wait there on the side. Now we need to make his home. The snail lives in his shell. It's his home. So what we're going to do is we're going to just create little circles out of our strips by joining them together. And again, because they're all different sizes, of course, all the circles in the end are going to be different sizes. So Next thing we're going to do is make some space, and I'm using glue stick today, but you can use any type of glue, and I'm just going to put it in on the end of my strip, curl it round so that the piece that doesn't have glue on it meets up with the glue. Voila, we have one circle. We're going to make all of them. Second one we'll do again. Connect. Another circle. So all my circles are going to be different sizes. I'm just checking my notes to make sure I'm doing it in the right order, but I don't think it matters. I think you can glue and connect and glue and connect as you go. So I've got 3 circles now, different sizes. Now my 4th piece. I wonder if the boys and girls can help me with the colours. What colours am I using, guys? Can you see? Let's have a look. What colour is this circle? That's right, it's yellow. Well done. Clever. I think I'm going to make a snail, a rainbow snail. Your snail can be just one colour. You might want to make a yellow snail, or a white snail, or a blue snail. Or you may want to make a white snail with spots. It can be any snail you want, because guess what? It's your imagination that is going to make the snail. So I'm just going to glue the last strip of paper. I'm going to come forward here and make sure I don't have any new friends. Oh, yes, we have some new friends in Facebook world. So I'm going to glue my blue circle and give you guys some time, if you're making this at the same time, to glue your last circle. And I'm going to say hello to some friends. Hello, Eden and Ezra. Welcome. And I've got Hadley. Oh, how are you going, Hadley? You all ready and set up? Have you started? Are you doing colourful snails, boys and girls, or are you doing one colour? I have, oh, hello, Matilda. Welcome to the art room. And I've got Ray and Charlotte. Hello. Anastasia and Liam are here. Let's see who else is here. There we go, Anastasia and Liam and Ali and Lucky. Hi, guys. We are making swirly whirly snails. Fantastic. So if you're making them with us, I would love to hear what colour your snail is. Or are you making a snail with spots? I might put some patterns on my snails outside. Probably best to do this before you fold it over and curl it over and glue it, parents. But I'm going to put some spots on the outside shell of my snail. Oh, look, I'm making little blue spots all the way to the other side. All the way to the other side. So, like I said before, you can just use white paper from your printer, guys. And you can, oh, Ali likes green. Green's a great colour. I've got a little green one on my little snail. Anastasia and Liam, are you guys making one too? So on my last one, I've just put some spots. So earlier on, we cut out one of the strips we cut out. We did not turn into a circle and glue together. All we did is we cut out a little U shape at the top to create little antennae. And do you know what he needs here, boys and girls? What do you think he needs here? He needs eyes, a nose, and a mouth. So if you've got googly eyes, awesome. I don't have any. All my googly eyes are over at Little Creatures Play Space in Bullen, which is closed at the moment. So I'm going to put a face on my snail using my hands. I'm going to draw one on there. So let me see. I might give him blue eyes. Or my snail's going to be a girl. Some eyelashes. I'm going to have to think of a name for my snail. What's her name going to be? What's a good snail name, girls and boys? If you guys got a good snail name, you can tell me. And 2 little dots for the nose. Very simple drawing here. Again, the objective is to have fun, not to get it perfect. Do you guys want to see my snail's face? Perhaps you could help me name her. Have a look. There she is. Oh, hello, boys and girls. I'm a snail and I have no name. I think I want the boys and girls to give me a name. Let's see. First person who puts up a name. What am I going to call my fabulous purple snail with eyelashes? She's very fashionable, this one. So that's the steps you do to create all the bits and pieces before you put your snail together. So we bend over the top part of the head part of the strip so that Leah. Oh, Leah. That was the first one that came through. Oh, Butter. Butter's a good name. Washi. Very good. Austin thinks she should be called Elephant. Oh, I love it. Okay, let me go back. Who was our very first one? Oh, Lily. I think she's going to be called Leah. Oh, let's see. Somebody said she should be called Susie. Mia. Oh my gosh, they're all good names. I love it. All right, so she's going to be called Leah, because that was the first one that I saw. Well done. And I'm going to say good morning. I think somebody else has come in and joined us. Oh, I can't really see. Let me see who it is. Oh, it's Eve. Good morning, Eve. Welcome. This always helps me to see better. Hello. Oh, yes. Sarah. Sarah Snail. Very good. Rosie Snail. Butter Snail. Leah Snail. Washi Snail. These are all fabulous names. Susie Snail. These are great names, girls and boys. You could name your snails these names. All right, so now's the fun part. We're going to put the snails home together. So we have all of our pieces, strips of paper that we've joined together into little circles. Very simple, very easy, starting from the big one, which is blue. And then the next one, which is yellow. Good job. And then the next one, which is red. Excellent. Good job, everyone. What's this colour? The next one is orange. Well done. And the last one, the little teeny tiny one that goes in the middle, is the green one. Fabulous. All right, so now we're just going to glue each circle within each other. So I'm going to start off by holding the big circle, my glue stick, and pop some glue on. Might be easier for me to pop the glue on the one that's on the outside. Then you don't have to worry about getting the glue stick in the middle of the circle. We're going to get something like this, folks. 2 together. We're going to put the other one in. 3 together. Oh, that's looking cute. He's a rainbow snail, mine. Isn't he gorgeous? Oh, she's gorgeous. Leah, the rainbow snail. I love it. Thanks for the names, guys. Then we're going to put the next one in, which is orange. And the lucky last little teeny weeny one, which is green. Green. So if you don't have coloured paper, folks, parents, just get the kids to colour in some strips, like we did with our rocket ships on the very, very first art and craft. White paper is fine. Even cut out old magazines, because they've got colours in them. It can be anything. It can be any form of recycled material that's easy to swirl and glue back together. So a magazine, a newspaper, like I said earlier, all of my crafts and all of my science experiments that I'm doing during isolation are things that you should already have at home. I never have to go shopping for anything that I've gone to make in our classes. So then the fun part is Hadley called hers, Silky Snail. Hadley called hers Silky Snail. That's a great name. Then we're going to stick the whole snail body with all of the swirly whirls onto the snail house, onto the snail body. And there's my snail. And you know what you do, boys and girls? You push your snail backwards and forwards, and she goes for snail walk. Oh, look at that. A slippery, slimy snail leaving a silvery trail. Hello, it's Leah. Hello, I'm Leah the snail, leaving a slippery, slimy, silvery trail. How good is that? So boys and girls, parents, grown-ups, simple, easy, using their imaginations and brains, using their fingers, using their hands to draw, using their hands to learn how to cut with scissors. The strips don't have to be perfect as long as they get smaller. They don't have to be all the same width. Doesn't matter. The idea here is all about fun, not perfection. So I think, you're welcome, Henrietta. Ali thinks Sally. Sally's a great name. Ali, you should call your snail Sally. Yep, Sally the snail. And I think that Austin's one should be called Elephant the snail. It's a good name. Yeah. You'd be confusing a lot of people, but it'd be great. You could play tricks on people. Is it a snail or is it an elephant? Perhaps you could have a look at making a few of them. You could make a snail family and name all of them. You could make one snail for each member of your family. A mummy snail and a daddy snail and a little child snail and a brother snail and a baby snail. Perhaps as you get smaller, you only have one or two swirls that join together in your snail craft. That's fabulous. Lovely. This will be great for Emily. The new Snail and the Whale movie. Is there a Snail and Whale movie? Oh, I didn't know about that. I think I need to watch that one. I'm going to go off and make a story about a snail. This is going to be one of our yoga stories. And this story is going to be all about patience. Big word for a little brain, but boys and girls, being patient is being able to wait for something. Because you know there's something about snails. They're not fast, are they? No, snails are slow, aren't they? But snails have patience. Snails have patience and they go slow, slow, slow. And they don't mind if they don't get there quickly or if they don't finish first. No, I don't mind. Because sometimes, girls and boys, when you go slow, you see more and you think more. Take your time and be patient and go slow when you're making your snails and enjoy every little part of it. And I think that's another thing we can take with us as well, adults, with our home learning. Yes, just take it slow. One breath at a time. Don't put too much pressure on yourselves. Do the best you can, and I'm sure everybody is doing the best they can. You know your kids. Nobody else knows your children, and you are doing exactly what you should be doing. It's not about being perfect, yeah? It's about being there, and it's about being present and enjoying these moments. Yeah. So when did we ever imagine we would be able to observe and watch our children in a classroom environment, in a learning environment? So I love that. Sorry, just got a little interruption in there. Hopefully I'm back. So that was today's craft. So thank you for joining me, everybody. Have a beautiful day. This is Leah, the snail, who leaves a silvery trail everywhere she goes. And she's saying goodbye.